All right, 13. This says in the diagram below, you've got a square. Right there, I know all of those sides are equal. Okay, that will kind of help me go through this problem. And they're saying they want the equation of four lines that what's missing is when you reflect, you're dealing with a line, the only thing you can do with it is reflect over it. You can't translate by a line, you can't rotate by a line. You can reflect by a line, you can reflect over a line. Which lines would map this square onto itself when you reflect over it? So if I have that y-axis, when I reflect the shape over it, it's not going to land on top of itself. There are some different lines we got to look at. And when you're thinking of symmetry, mapping onto itself, the middle is the most important thing. You want to find the middle of the shape, because chances are it's going to have to deal with that. So I found the middle by just counting the sides, like how big they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So I know the middle will be half of that. It will be 3. So I simply went 1, 2, 3. And since this is a square, right, this is also 6. I have to go down 1, 2, 3. That's how I found the middle so quickly. As I said at the beginning, when I heard square, there was some info there that I was using quickly in my head. So now that we've kind of got the middle there, in order to be a line of symmetry, you gotta pass through that. And I'm super lazy. They just want 4. So I'm gonna pick the 4 quickest ones I could find. There will be a vertical one, like that. There will be a horizontal one, like that. And let's knock those equations out now, since those are easy. Okay. This first red line, that's the line that crosses the x-axis, and it crosses it at, here's the origin, crosses it at 1, 2. That's x equals 2. And this second line is the line that crosses the y-axis, and it crosses it at, that's also positive 2. It crosses it at positive 2. So yeah, we got those lines, but they need 2 more. Not only can you be, the horizontal and the vertical, it could also be this diagonal, from corner to corner. That's another line. Okay? And, there's another diagonal here from this corner to that corner. Okay. So how am I going to write the equation of those lines? Well, I graphed it because the equation of a line is that y equals mx plus b. I need to know the slope. So the slope of this green line is I rise 3 and I run 3. I already did that. Right? The slope is 3 over 3. In other words, the slope is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And where is this line crossing the y-axis? Well, it crosses it right there. Now here's the origin. It crosses it at 4. So that green line will have a slope of 1 and a y-intercept of 4. So the equation of the green line is y equals 1x, or just x, plus 4. No one's going to kill you if you write 1. Right? No one's going to hurt you. It's fine if you write it. The blue one, on the other hand, it's going to have a similar slope. Caught it. I made a mistake on the green one. That slope is plus 3 in the y and minus 3 in the x. Because we're going to the left. When you go to the left, that's a negative slope. So that's not just 1. That's a negative 3. It's a negative 1. So it's a negative x. And that will happen in that. It's okay to make mistakes. Just when you're moving forward, always be thinking. Because when I went to the next one, I was like, oh, okay. This blue line's going to have a very similar slope. It's still going to rise 3, but now it's going to go the other way. Now it's going to the right. So it's got to have the opposite slope. I was like, oh wait, that's a positive 3. They're both positive. That blue line has a slope of 3 over 3. It has a slope of 1. So y is going to equal 1x, and its y-intercept, it goes right through the origin. Let me move that so you can see it. That blue line goes through the origin right there. So that would be y-intercept of 0. So we could put plus 0, but you should probably just put y equals x. Y equals x. And there are my 4 lines of symmetry that map the square onto itself.